Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and not too long ago I made a video talking about my biggest concern for Call of Duty Vanguard. If you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you go ahead and check it out. There might be a card on screen or a link in the description to watch it, but either way, just recently a bunch of YouTubers have uploaded a video very similar to mine talking about their concerns with Vanguard, and it's very interesting how they decided to upload those videos the same day, the day after I uploaded that video. So I wonder where they got their video idea from. But anyway, all jokes aside, I am sure they never even watched my video. Nobody even knows who I am. I barely even have subs on this channel. But anyway, today's video is going to be about Vanguard. However, we're going to be talking about my wish list and things that I want this game to have in order to make it a better experience for me and for everyone else. We did just get the reveal for Vanguard, and with that reveal, we got details about multiplayer, but we didn't really get that much details. Like, one of the biggest news is, of course, was that multiplayer was going to come with 20 maps at launch, which is awesome news. I love hearing that. However, we do still have leaked information out there from credible sources indicating other features that multiplayer is going to have. However, they haven't actually been confirmed by Sledgehammer Games or Call of Duty Activision themselves. And so in this video, I'll kind of incorporate some of that stuff and give out my opinions, even though I've kind of gave up those opinions in previous videos talking about Vanguard. But either way, this video is a wish list on what I want in multiplayer for Vanguard this year. The first thing on my list, and I'm sure every one of you who is watching this can agree with me, and if you don't agree with me then on this, I would love to hear your opinion down in the comments and be curious why you think it should be in the game. But I don't think that skill-based matchmaking should be in Vanguard, and of course even future Call of Duty titles. And if it is going to be in the game, at least tone it down, at least tone it down a notch, because skill-based matchmaking, of course, what it is it's where you basically get matched up against other players of similar skill level to you. And this is a little frustrating as someone who's been playing Call of Duty for over 10 years, that I have developed a pretty good skill at Call of Duty where I am kind of considered above average Call of Duty player. I'm not a casual Call of Duty player. I play this game literally all the time, and so therefore I've gained a skill at playing Call of Duty that is above the average player out there. And so for me, I'm always going up against people who are just like me, and it's really hard to go on streaks and get challenges done because I'm just getting my butt kicked once in a while. And so if I'm getting my butt kicked so many times, then it's going to put me into lobbies who are lower skill levels than me, and then I can end up kicking ass again. But it's really frustrating that this is in the game. Obviously, there's so many different reasons why skill-based matchmaking shouldn't be in Call of Duty, and of course another one of those reasons is connection, right? They should always focus on connection first and then skill gap, which it for the most part is. But at the same time, sometimes I get into lobbies where the connection is just terrible and it's not my internet, and so skill-based matchmaking needs to go, or at least put down a notch. Of course, most of us, including myself, have noticed skill-based matchmaking since Modern Warfare came out. I've actually pretty much noticed it since like Advanced Warfare, but it wasn't nearly as bad as we saw in Modern Warfare. If they were to reduce the skill-based matchmaking as it was in Black Ops 4, I would be completely okay with that, as long as they don't do anything more strict above the Black Ops 4 skill-based matchmaking system, then I will be really happy. Another thing on my list is to not have the feature where you can lean or mount your gun on pretty much almost any surface, and of course do not have the feature where there is a blind firing mode. And in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there has been leaked information regarding this type of gameplay element into Vanguard's multiplayer, even though it hasn't been officially confirmed by Sledgehammer Games or Call of Duty themselves. They have been said many times by previous leakers, and they're very credible. They're very credible with this information, so I do believe them. And so the whole leaning and mounted feature is very similar to Modern Warfare's, and it seems like it's coming to Vanguard. The reason why I hate this feature is because it promotes camping so freaking hard. For one thing, when you mount your gun and you're leaning against a wall, you are staying still, right? If you're staying still, then you're basically camping. Not to mention, it's a huge incentive to actually mount your gun on any surface because you basically get zero recoil, which is just completely absurd to me. And not to mention, there's camo challenges with this as well, which makes it even worse because everybody loves to go for camo challenges and get gold on their favorite weapons, so it convinces everyone to just mount their gun wherever they go and just camp their asses off. It's so goddamn annoying. I cannot tell you how many times I've died from people trying to do this to me in Modern Warfare's multiplayer, and that's why the game is so slow-paced compared to Black Ops 4 or even Black Ops Cold War, because everyone's mounting their gun and camping their asses off, getting crouching kills and getting these mounted kills just so they can get gold camo camo on their guns. It's so freaking annoying, and this should not be in the game. The other feature I mentioned, it's called blind firing mode. I don't really know what the official name would be in the game, but that's what it was been called to us from these leakers. And essentially what this is, if you are ducked behind cover, you can actually shoot your gun while ducked behind cover, so you don't actually fully expose yourself while trying to shoot at an enemy. The issue with this feature is, for one, you can't actually see the enemy's body. If you're going up against an enemy who is using this on you, where they're behind cover and they're just holding their hands up to try and shoot you, this is really annoying because you have nowhere to shoot at them, right? Unless you try and wallbang them, which might be possible. But keep in mind, this is something we've never seen in Call of Duty before. I don't know how this is actually going to play out once the game actually comes out and we try it for ourselves in the beta, assuming it is in the game. And it does sound really annoying. However, it's very possible when trying to do this, it might be easy to wallbang enemies and it'll still be easy to take them out. Also, what I've heard from leakers is that this feature is going to be more like really hard to actually be accurate when trying to do this. If you're holding your gun over a wall and trying to shoot enemies, it's very similar to try and like shoot while running, sort of hip firing type accuracy, so you're not going to be very accurate trying to do it. But I can see this being really annoying in hardcore modes, because in hardcore, most if not all weapons will kill you in one shot. So if you're holding your gun above the wall and just spraying at people just blindly, you may just like get a bunch of free kills, and enemies aren't going to know where you're at because, you know, you're in hardcore mode. It only takes one shot to kill, and all that bullets are just spraying everywhere. And I can see this being really annoying in hardcore mode, and this is something that I can get super frustrated from when playing hardcore modes, because I do play hardcore mode sometimes, and so I usually try to play core mode because I think there is kind of a more skill gap when playing core, but I do still play hardcore. I do both, and so I can just see this being extremely annoying, and that's why I don't want it to be in this game. Moving down the list, I want Dead Silence to be a perk. If you guys have not heard, credible leakers have said that Dead Silence is coming back into Vanguard, but as a field upgrade, just like what we see in Modern Warfare's multiplayer. And so I cannot express this enough, but it has to be a perk. I hate it. I absolutely freaking hate it when enemies can hear my footsteps, because it gives them a huge advantage to get the jump on me when I don't even know where they're at. And this was a huge issue in Modern Warfare for me, because footsteps were extremely loud in that game. It's not to say that footsteps will be extremely loud in Vanguard. I have no idea yet, but I really do think that Dead Silence needs to be a perk, because it definitely benefits those players who want to take that risk of trying to get to the flank around enemies and rush them and try and play that type of playstyle, you know. But if there isn't going to be a perk with Dead Silence, then it forces you to actually play a lot slower and pretty much crouch walk every corner just so enemies can't hear your footsteps, and that's how you get the jump on people. That is so slow and so painfully to actually play like that. I cannot believe there's people who like to play like that. Not that anything is wrong with it, and if you like to play like that, then that's totally your choice. But for me personally, it's so satisfying when I try and rush enemies and go off on them like that. I think it's very, very satisfying, and for people like me who like to do that, Dead Silence is a must-have, and it really does benefit, I think, everybody in the long run, because of course if you have it as a perk, you don't actually have to use it. You can trade it out with another perk like Ghost or something like that. And so I think it really can be a game changer when introducing a Dead Silence perk into a Call of Duty game, and it really makes it to where the game can be more fast-paced and I think a lot more fun in the long run. And so yeah, that's just my personal opinion, and I don't want to go on too much about it because there are other things I wanted to cover. And so make sure to comment below what you guys think of Dead Silence, because I pretty much run it almost in every single class. I don't always run it, but I do run it most of the time, and I just find it so beneficial to actually not hear my own footsteps and make sure enemies don't hear my footsteps, so it makes the gameplay a lot easier for me to actually win gunfights. The next thing on my list is a huge incentive for me to actually continue playing Vanguard, and that is having good mastery camos and rewards for challenges that we grind for. Sledgehammer Games has been pretty good about this in the past in their previous Call of Duty games, in Advanced Warfare and in World War II. For example, in Advanced Warfare, if you got gold camo on all your submachine guns, then you'll get a certain piece for your outfit that actually goes to a collection of other pieces for that outfit if you got gold camo for all the other guns and the other classes, and together they create this one basically diamond camo, goldish looking camo outfit for your character that you can actually put on yourself, which I thought was really cool. I actually can't remember the name of this outfit itself, but it was something that I tried to grind for back then and never ended up completing, unfortunately. But it was a huge incentive, I think, for actually trying to get gold camos on all all the guns in that game, and of course get that outfit in the end. And that's something we actually never seen since Advanced Warfare. Another thing is, of course, having some sort of mastery outfit for each operator in the game. This is something we saw in Black Ops 3 and even in Infinite Warfare, where if you completed all these outfit challenges for each character or specialist in those games, then you would get yourself like a gold outfit for the character. And then if you got, I guess, gold on all the characters, like for example in Infinite Warfare they did this, you could get like the Black Sky outfit for your characters, which made your character look really badass, and it really showed off on like what you grinded for. That would be really awesome if we saw something like that return for the operators that we have in the game. And so another thing would be in World War II. Ever since their overhaul update, they made it to where if you were in the Master Prestige areas, where every 100 levels in Master Prestige, you would actually get yourself a new outfit and a new animated camo for your weapons that you can use on any gun, which was awesome. These were such great rewards, and Call of Duty has been getting better over the years, but specifically in some of those previous titles, Advanced Warfare and World War II especially, they had some really good reward systems, and they need to compensate for these challenges and rewards that we get in this game. Also, a barracks challenge system is something I really want. I want a 100%er calling card. This is something I went for in Black Ops 3 and in Black Ops 4, and I tried in World War II, but goddamn, let me tell you, some of those challenges were just completely ridiculous to get done. But either way, I want to see a 100%er calling card in this game, showing off that I completed every single barracks challenge, and I can show off this badass animated calling card. And yes, it does have to be a badass animated calling card. Yeah, I don't want some boring calling card I earn for getting done with every single challenge in the game. I want something to show off. Give me something to show off, you guys. Something I would love to use constantly, put on my character, and everybody sees it and they're like, oh my god, this guy's a good player. He went through out of his way to get done with all these challenges. I mean, it just really shows. It really does show, and it's something I love to show off to people, showing that I've got dark matter camo or whatever the case may be. And that's another thing. It does sound like the top tier mastery camo you get for getting gold on all your weapons. Apparently, it does look really good in this game. I don't know what it is, but apparently it does look good in this game. I mean, it's pretty much a staple at this point in Call of Duty, which is great. I love how it's a staple now, but we still need more rewards. And of course, we do see the form of rewards with blueprints in Black Ops Cold War, like the Prestige shop. It would be cool if that does come back, but instead add more, I guess, blueprint rewards and something more other incentives that you can get through the Prestige shop. I don't know, they can definitely expand upon that, but I definitely want to see more rewards when it comes to challenges and not necessarily the Prestige shop, but that's just my opinion. The last thing on my list is actually about the multiplayer maps coming to Vanguard, and we know for a fact, and it's been officially confirmed, that 20 maps will be at launch. 16 of them are going to be for the core 6v6, and the other 4 are for the Champions Hill game mode. I believe that's what the game mode is called. We don't really know too much about it, but it does sound very interesting. I'm curious how it's going to play out. Either way, the thing about these maps, the core 6v6 ones anyway, is I hope none of them are going to be remakes. This has been a huge problem with the last 2 Treyarch games. Oh my goodness, the amount of remade maps we have been getting has been absurd. They have not had very many original maps in Cold War, and when we do get an original map, they're really not that bad. I actually think they're pretty good. Like, for example, the one we just got with Season 5, which the name is completely escaping me at the moment. I don't know why, but it's a good map. I really do enjoy playing it, and even the season before that, we also had a really good map. So, you know, the original maps that do come out with Black Ops 4 post-launch content have been pretty good, and even at launch day content, the maps aren't too bad. So these developers can make good maps. They still have it in them. It's just that we don't see them as frequently anymore, which is really upsetting. And seeing that there's so many remade maps in Black Ops Cold War is kind of frustrating. And even though the maps they bring back are good maps, you know, they're very nostalgic and they don't really do it very much. At least Treyarch doesn't do much to actually change them up. Where a Modern Warfare and Infinity Ward, they decide to actually change up the map, add doors to it, and just like completely make it unplayable. Not necessarily unplayable. I mean, the way the game plays is terrible anyway, but you get what I'm saying, you know. And so I'm really hoping that these 16 maps that we have at launch are not remade maps, and if any of them are going to be remade, we should only have one remade map. And I don't know what that would be. I am assuming that since we are going back to the World War II era, we are going to eventually get remade maps from World War II, which I think will be really curious on how that's going to turn out. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited, you guys. I am happy we are getting a lot of maps at launch. Like I said, I don't want a lot of them to be remakes. I'm just so sick of getting remakes. Not that I don't like playing on them. We've just been getting them way too frequently, and I just would love to have an original Call of Duty game that's a brand new experience. And that's one thing I do actually give Infinity Ward's prop for on Modern Warfare. There were a lot of original maps in that game. However, the game just sucked ass because it just played terrible. But either way, I am a little bit excited for Vanguard. However, like, of course, that video I talked about being concerned for it, I still feel that way, and I am concerned that this game may play a lot like Modern Warfare, and if that's the case, I am not going to enjoy it at all. But everything that I said in this video talking about my wish list is something that I hope to see in this game, and I'm crossing my fingers that we see a lot of this stuff, especially reward system, things to actually grind for is a huge incentive, like I said already. And so that is something that I am hoping they would do, and like I've said, it's like already Sledgehammer Games has been pretty good about that in their previous Call of Duty games, so let's hope they do that at day one when the game comes out on November 5th. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you watched throughout the entire video and enjoyed it, and of course subscribe to the channel if you are brand new, and make sure you guys turn on notifications on because I do upload Call of Duty videos every single day, and I shall catch you guys later.